In that moment, Mary Magdalene became the apostle to the apostles, a revolutionary figure whose authority was validated not by position, privilege, or gender, but by encounter, insight, and fidelity. Her role was unprecedented. She was the first to grasp the truth of resurrection, the first to be entrusted with its proclamation, and the first to embody a new paradigm of spiritual leadership. Her experience shattered conventional notions of who could be a leader, who could hold sacred knowledge, and who could carry the weight of divine responsibility. She moved through fear, grief, and uncertainty with clarity and courage, emerging not only as a witness, but as a bearer of hope and transformation. In the act of being present, in the act of seeing, and in the act of proclaiming, she redefined what it meant to follow, to serve, and to lead. Mary Magdalene's story is a testament to the power of unwavering devotion, to the strength that comes from independence, and to the revolutionary nature of being entrusted with truth. In her presence, courage and faith are inseparable, and in her witness, the limitations of societal expectation are transcended. Despite the power, courage, and wisdom Mary Magdalene demonstrated, the story that history tells is not the story she lived. By the 6th century, the official church had begun to reshape her image in ways that suited a patriarchal agenda. Pope Gregory the Great played a pivotal role in this transformation, conflating her identity with that of an unnamed sinful woman mentioned in the Gospels. This decision was not accidental. It was a strategic move. By reframing Mary as a repentant prostitute, the Church could maintain strict control over the spiritual authority afforded to women, effectively silencing a figure whose very presence challenged the norms of male-dominated hierarchy. Her teachings, her leadership, and her proximity to Jesus were overshadowed by a narrative that depicted her as fallen, in need of redemption, and ultimately subordinate. The radical independence she displayed, the courage she embodied, and the spiritual authority she held were all diminished in the historical record, replaced by an image designed to preserve male dominance and control over religious interpretation. This suppression had far-reaching consequences. Art, sermons, literature, and popular imagination all reinforced the new, distorted narrative. Mary Magdalene became a cautionary tale, a symbol of sin redeemed by male intervention, rather than a leader and confidant in her own right. Paintings immortalized her weeping at the foot of the cross, often in poses of vulnerability or shame, while the Gospel's depictions of her active role in ministry were minimized or ignored. The story told to generations was one of moral lesson, not of spiritual authority. Women in the Church were reminded, through her story, that their power was conditional, that leadership was reserved for men, and that even the most devoted and capable women had to be defined by repentance rather than initiative. The layers of distortion grew thicker with each passing century, embedding in culture a version of Mary Magdalene that was as compelling as it was inaccurate. She was known but not understood, revered but constrained, immortalized but erased. Yet, hidden beneath centuries of suppression were whispers of a different truth, waiting to be rediscovered. Gnostic texts, long dismissed or hidden from mainstream scholarship, offered a radically different portrayal of Mary Magdalene. In these writings, she is not a repentant sinner, but a confidant, a teacher, and a guide.